Welcome to 10 Minutes Today. What the hell is wrong with you?
Freezing.
It's not cold at all. I'm Jake, and that's Matej, apparently. And this is your favorite thrice weekly show that's empty, eh?
I had one sip left.
On YouTube. We come to you every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with a brand new topic of discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget to like,
Comment.
subscribe, and follow us on Twitter, Pop.
Should let me do it.
I know, but that would have been just weird.
Anyways.
It went on long enough. Today, we are discussing Omar Khadr.
Omar Khadr. However you want to say it.
So, Matej, you know absolutely nothing about this
No,
story.
I do. I just don't know some specifics.
Okay, so Canadians are pissed.
Some. It's split. I'd say we're split.
I would say more than 50% are pissed because they don't know what happened. They read the headline and it would piss you off.
Well, especially the headlines that are
literally
coming out that are
the headline
not
that I
necessarily
read.
true.
I was in Portugal when this all went down,
Mm-hmm.
and the headline I read, I was like, "That I've been following this story for 4 years since it started breaking," and I was like, "That's so misleading.
Very.
It's true what you're saying,
Not even,
but it's very misleading.
Well,
no,
depending on which
because
ones you're talking
it's detained terrorist paid
Not
$10
true.
million. That's true.
He's not a terrorist.
Yes, he is.
He's a combatant.
Paid.
In a
I
war.
don't disagree with that.
Anyways.
Paid $10 million by Trudeau's government.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
and then you see the pictures of Trudeau. Trudeau paid $10 million to a known terrorist.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
So,
anyways,
Omar Khadr was 15 years old when I think he was 14. He was born in Canada.
he was 15 turning 16.
I know.
Okay.
His family moved there when he was 13 or 14. Mm-hmm. When he was 15 years old, he lobbed a grenade towards an American military patrol, killing one, blinding a female soldier, and I think taking the leg off of a third soldier, or severely damaging his leg or something like that.
During a battle in a war. Yeah,
this is during a battle, and he was brought there by his parents to fight for the god that doesn't exist. All of that aside,
mm-hmm.
he was taken at the age of 16 to Guantanamo Bay. The Canadian government was made aware after a few years, I don't think it was right away, actually I know it wasn't right away,
mm-hmm.
that a Canadian citizen is being detained here. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, in Guantanamo, it is a prisoner of war camp,
Yeah.
although they weren't actually at war with who they were detaining.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a prisoner of war camp where you can be held without trial, where he was held for 10 years, and for the first 4 of those 10 years, the Canadian government is aware, and was aware at the time, that he was being tortured in captivity for information.
Yeah, I've seen videos where he's super sleep deprived, and it's
well,
really
yeah,
hard to watch.
remember he's 16 years old,
Yeah.
no clothes, fed once every few days, literally tortured with different torture techniques.
Yep.
Kept awake at all hours.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, kept naked in a cell with actual not that he wasn't, but actual fucking terrorists,
Yeah.
bomb makers, people who planned the 9/11 and stuff.
Yeah.
Not George Bush, the actual people that
Potentially
planned
George Bush.
it. So
Depending on what you believe.
basically, he is released. He's studying in Alberta. Actually, he's trying to become a lawyer. But he is, I think it was a lawyer or a doctor, something like that. But he's, of course, a Canadian citizen.
Mm-hmm.
The government knew he was there, knew he was being tortured,
Yeah.
knew he was a minor, knew he hadn't been on trial.
Yep.
So he sued the government because they didn't stand up for his rights as a Canadian citizen.
That's
a foreign country was illegally holding him.
Yep.
And they didn't fight for his rights.
Yep.
So a Supreme Court judge granted him a $10 million settlement from the government.
Yeah.
Whether it was Trudeau or Harper or what the fuck is his name? That moron that dropped out of the race? Kevin O'Leary, whoever the hell was prime minister at the time, has nothing to do with this.
No.
his rights were obstructed by the government, and he won a lawsuit that I'm not happy about. But if it was me in that situation, or like, yeah, I would fucking sue the government.
Yeah, of course.
Think about it. Whether like he was not a convicted terrorist.
Yeah.
He was not put on trial.
Yeah, no.
He still denies doing it. I don't know, like I have absolutely no idea if he did it or not, but I would go as far as saying it's actually irrelevant to the situation.
Yeah. Well, there's
because
videos of them.
He was not tried.
And
if he was tried,
videos
it would
of
be
him
totally
making
different.
like roadside bombs and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah.
And you know what? But like it was like wartime, and they were fighting against American soldiers. So obviously, you're gonna throw a grenade at somebody that you're trying to kill. That's also trying to kill you. So the fact that he was saved by a U.S. medic.
Yeah, he was like shot or blown up or something.
He was shot like a bunch of times,
and a U.S. medic revived him.
Yeah, apparently he was like on the brink of death too.
To Guantanamo.
Yeah, apparently he was on the brink of death and everything. So
or Gitmo.
It was a big ordeal.
Yeah,
and apparently,
but completely secret.
Yeah. So apparently, I was reading that although the government did grant him $10 million in a settlement, the reason they did that was because of similar cases. That had gone to trial in the past, the settlements had been upwards of $20 million.
Yeah.
So if your concern is that we're giving $10 million to this guy,
way higher.
If it went to trial, it could have been upwards of 20.
It would have been the largest settlement.
They saved.
By far.
So actually, they saved Trudeau. If we're gonna go this route, Trudeau actually saved taxpayers $10 million. So you're welcome.
This is the thing, is he was like I. People who are mad about this, like, I can't figure out why you can't get this in your head. Like, he was held. I don't care if it's the United States, the United Kingdom, China, North Korea. I don't care. He was held by a foreign country without trial and tortured as a minor. And he is a Canadian citizen.
Yeah.
I don't care how he got there.
Yeah.
It's our government's job to be like, look, we know you have him. Put him on trial. I don't care. Put him on trial for a day. Give him a jury of all military people who were friends with the guy who died. I don't care. Put him on some sort of Russian fake trial at least.
Yeah.
Like, do something so that it doesn't look like what ended up happening, where our government was like, okay, we know that he's there. Yeah. Harper's government, by the way. We know that he's there.
No, he's being tortured.
We know he's being tortured. We know he's a minor. We know that he probably did what you're holding him for.
We know that in most cases,
but it's innocent until proven guilty.
And we know in most cases of child soldiers, they are actually victims in that case.
Oh yeah, he was brought there by his parents,
and like you don't really have much of a say. And that's the reason we have age of majority. If anybody cares to think about that, the reason we have an age where you become an adult and you're not tried as an adult until that age is because we have determined as a society that you can't make decisions before that time and be held accountable for them as an adult. So you need to remember that as well.
Yeah. I actually got into a heated argument with someone over this because the fact that Guantanamo Bay still exists, like there's still people there who have been held without trial. It doesn't, like, how can you think that we are in a free society, a free world, when there are still 28 people who, there are more than 28, but there are 28 who have not been held on trial, and they're currently awaiting release, but no country wants them because they've never been tried, and we know they're terrorists. But the U.S. doesn't want to try them because they don't want to keep them, and now no one wants them, so we just hold them here. Well, that's fucked. Like, that's not freedom. You are not free. We are not free because that's still happening.
Well, and
that's worse than slavery. They can just pick up whoever the fuck they want and be like, let's go. Yeah. Some of them have been tried and found completely innocent. Not even the guy.
After the
you're
fact?
Just the bearded guy. You're just the bearded guy that they pointed at. And they were held there and tortured for like 3 or 4 years. Yeah. Put on trial thinking
I don't know anything.
Yeah, and like literally the guy is like a fucking...
Start making shit up.
Yeah, the guy like makes shoes beside the road, saw a bomb go off, and then soldiers tackled him and took him to jail. Like, oh, fuck. Like, that is so wrong. Yeah. So wrong. I understand why they can't close it. Obama probably tried his hardest. I believe he did. But I mean, it's disgusting that it still exists, and only in America. Russia doesn't do stuff like that.
Oh,
America
they just
does.
torture people.
They just fucking kill you and say they killed you. America has to do it secretly.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow us, share us on follow us on Twitter, share us everywhere else.
And come back every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for a brand new topic of discussion.
Please do.
Hit the music.